image points here, and then if we go and have a look at this game now, you can see that the information is going to appear at the top. However, we still haven't positioned everything correctly, so we won't see anything until we're ready. Okay. And the other thing we need to do is make sure that our banner text is also connected as well. So I'm going to copy this again. Actually, I'm going to copy this. And I'm going to change this to banner text. I know why. Wrong thing. So BG banner. Set position to banner text. Image point 0. Okay, so we've got all our different texts all arranged and running. What I'm going to do is I'm going to set up two arrays. An array is a 3-dimensional, 2-dimensional, or 1-dimensional list starting with 0. And you can put anything into an array. You can put images, you can put text, you can put data. It's a really useful tool to have. You can load it externally, or you can load the information into the array internally. So, but we're going to keep it really simple. When you load it externally, it's called using a JSON file, JSON file. Okay, so we've got a couple of arrays here. We've got an empty array called clues, and we've got an empty array called hot chocolate drink. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to set different values. So we're just going to work on the X value. Okay, so let's get add action, and we're going to find clues, and then we're going to set it X, and we're going to give it a value. This could be a verbal value, it could be anything. So I could go look down. So when that value is played, you're going to look down on the clue and it's going to say look down. But I've kept that one clear because that's the default value, so we're going to make sure there's nothing in that value. But I'm going to add different values. Now what I can do is I can just copy this and paste it, and I've got 10 values, or 9 including the 0. So I'm going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and then change each of these values and put so X at 1, X at 2, and then we're going to put a value in here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just paste in what I've got, so I don't have to fill out all of these things for you to follow. And we're also going to add hot chocolate drink to this as well. So oops, set value, sorry. So set at X, because we're just using the X-axis to set information. And then I've got 6 values from 0 to 5. So 1, copy it, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then I'll change all of these values to different numbers as well. Values which I put in. So we've got I prefer Wicketers, Yum Yum. So all of these values have now been stored into the X-axis of my list or my array. It's simply an array. Okay, so now what we want to do is we want to have a look at setting up the animation of our player. So let's just have a turn this on, and you can see that we've got nothing happening at the moment. We've got no bits and pieces happening. Music is still pretty loud. I wonder if it's playing from somewhere else. Okay. So let's start a new group, and I'm going to call this animation. We're going to close this group down. Ah, that's why. I've got two of them. So let's just get rid of those and move that in and play. Just check that it's working. That's better. A lot softer. Good. Okay. So let's close all that down. Everything else is set up, ready to go. This is really about positioning, setting up global variables, pinning objects. Okay, so the animation. What we want to do is add a couple of things. Let's have a look at our player. And you can see the player has pin behavior, a custom stepping, pixels per step, which is enabled, and that's about it. Okay. Player box has the 8-direction behavior that's set to 4 directions, and the angle is set to smooth, and we're using the default controls. So first of all, system, every tick add action, player box, set value, so here's my instance variable. So there is an instance variable in my 8-direction of player box, and it's a local variable, and it's set to 0, and that value is floor 1, 2, 3, 4 brackets, player box dot angle plus 45, and that should be lowercase angle plus 45, close 1 brackets. When 45 degrees is a percentage of your total area of 360 degrees, close brackets, divided by 90, and that's just keeping all my animations into 4 areas, 4 sections of animation, 2 brackets closed. So basically what that means is the angle of the is going to change for each position that we press the keyboard down. So it's just going to figure out what the direction code is going to be. So it's setting a bit of data into this local variable to make sure that the player is facing in the right direction. And then what we want to do is use that information to set the direction of the animation. So when the player box is moving, add action to the player, because we want to connect to the animations that are attached to the player. We want to set animation and then a little bit of code. So walk, which is the first part of my all those different animations which I have set for the 4 directions, and the value of player box dot direction code, which is your little local instance. So it's the outcome of this is going to be 1, 2, 3, or 4 because it's selecting each of those angles. Play the animation from the beginning. So what's happening here is the player is facing the direction that has been sent every tick by the player box to set its direction code of player box. So basically it's walking in one of the 4 directions. It's just a little neater than and then we want to stop the animation, so we're going to add an event, and that is player box. Now of course is 8 directions speed is equal to 0, so it's not moving. Now I could actually use a boolean for this, but we want to try and keep things nice and simple. So first of all, we want to stop any animation, so a player stop animation, and then also reset all our animation frames. So player set frame to 0, and that resets everything. So let's save that and let's play, see what happens. So here's my player, it's not moving, now it's moving, and now we have a much smoother and less jumpy animation. Okay, and also, you know, we can add other keys to make our character do different things, but that's pretty good.